All right, as always, here's the risk disclosure. Trading futures is risky. Know what you're doing before you do it, and you can lose all your money. Also, this live stream is not financial advice. It is for educational purposes only, and the live stream is not intended to copy my trades. Good morning, everyone. Had a little chart trouble this morning. As you can see on my simplicity chart here, my dots are not lined up and my 10-tick Lorex didn't load. Must have been a lot of data. The market moved a lot overnight, so yeah, so I'm just going to I refreshed it a couple times, but I was like, if I keep refreshing, I'm going to miss half my trading session. So I'm just going to have to ignore ignore the dots on my simplicity chart and follow the line like I should. So it looks like there's a nice downtrend though. A couple LREs in there, that one. So unfortunately missed out on that one. But we'll go ahead and go forward from here. You got to continue setting up my trade copier and all that good stuff real quick. All right, looks like it's all set up. I'm ready to go. How's everybody doing? Thursday. I think we have some news. Yeah, we have some news here in about 13 minutes. Good. Yeah, I turned on the subscribers only chat today. See how that works out. See if that keeps out some of these spammers that get around my little spam bot that I added on there. Great. That's good. Yeah, Dan, doing pretty good, except for my charts that were taking forever to load. Man, we've got some good movement, though. That was a nice down move. We have we technically have a simplicity long here, too. I'd be careful. Well, okay, so hold on a second. I got to arrange a couple things real quick. All right, yeah, we have a simplicity long going here. We have a nice stack. If you look up here on the 10 tick, nice little stack up here, which that's a crash on the 30 tick. It'll probably head up to there. So, oh man, that didn't copy over. It's not copying. It's not copying my order prints to my 30 tick either. Okay, so about right here at 609 is that crash. If we get an LRE before that, I may take it up to that crash. Because we just dropped a mini magnet on the 30 tick, so it may come down and test that, which I'd get in to go long. Yeah, that is HD, but it had a nice on the 30 tick, but it had a big run down since that first pullback. So we do have a few clusters laying here, but I like on the 30 tick, it laid that mini magnet right here, pretty close to where an LRE would be. And that crash on the 30, I would assume it would go there and test it before coming back down. So if we can get an LRE before that, then I may take it up there. A couple clusters on the 10. We got really close here. Gonna try this LRE out. It didn't run very far for simplicity, but I like that crash up above. Which is at about 609-ish. If this can just get past these clusters to the left. If it hesitates too much here, then I may have to move to break even, but all right, we're at about 18 ticks or so. 20. All right, I'm moving to break even. All right, I'm going to trail this pretty tight now. Right underneath here. It might knock me out, but I'm okay with that. Lock in about 30 ticks. I'll see if I can take this up to that ZOI crash. But I'm right below this top in case if it doesn't run. Give it a little more room. It might knock me out. Okay, it knocked me out. I got about 28, 29 ticks on that, so. Yeah, it's setting up this ODD up here, so it might not just go straight to that crash, so that's why I tightened up. Because if you see on the 10 here, we had a little top, that pullback here, run up, kind of try to go past it, but I wanted to stay just below it just in case if this ends here. So, but I'm good with that 28 little tick to start off the morning. All right. Nice way to start. Now, I'm not taking, there's another LRE here. I'm not taking it. Obviously, we have ODD with the TX. I mean, it literally is set up. Now, it got pretty close enough to this crash where on the 30 tick, check this out. I made a little, boom. I can just switch over now. The 30 tick here, we have an Xbox that's set up now. I mean, we have some massive HD, even though it ran down a long time. I mean, here we go, going down. So glad I tightened up where I did. Oh, man, that sucks, Mark. Yeah, I hate that. I've done that many times. Doctor. Yeah, I came in focused. I'm not even looking at anything, just staring. Nice. Glad to see some of y'all got that. I really liked that one. Man, I hate these dots. Look, let me switch over to my simplicity. Look at these dots. I hate when they're unaligned like that. It just drives me crazy. Was that a Lorex Vegas at the top there? That ODD Lorex? My Lorex indicator, it looks like it could be. It has all the elements. Yeah. It was a Lorex, huh? So see, that was a beautiful Lorex short with ODD and HD on the 30 tick. So yeah, that's setting up. I mean, I was like, I'm tightening up my stop here. Yeah, I loved that trade. That was a nice LRE. Off that mini magnet, that crash is up there to pull it up. Telling y'all, if y'all have Thrive, go rewatch that video with Daryl talking about targets for larger profits, something like that. Going for targets for larger profits. That video is where it's at. That's a great video. I rewatched that over the last weekend, so that's why I'm a little more focused on my targets and stuff. And too bad we don't have DRD, divergence on the 50 tick to at the bottom down here. Well, we already passed up the bottom, but nice trend down. but no real clear divergence. Yeah, now we have news coming up, so don't forget about this news. News in about 4 minutes, 3.5, 4 minutes. There you go, Jimmy. Thank you. Thriving with targets for larger profits. Yeah, that one. Watch that one. Especially if you have the snipers down pretty much. Even if you only take sniper trades or Lorexes, he shows you how to make, go for larger profits by taking sniper trades too. Just sniper trades, LREs, and simplicity. He shows all three. My Yeah, I mean, there's no reason. I mean, you can, if you have clear, already defined, your 9-tick scalps. I mean, it's easy to have money management when you have predefined profits as well. So, I mean, yeah, I didn't go for larger. Y'all know for the longest, I had my set 20 or 25 tick profit targets, and I didn't veer off of that at all until, now I feel like I'm at the point where I can read the market better. So now I can go for a little bit larger as long as you're protecting your risk and you stop at whatever you're risking for the day. That's what matters. That's the biggest thing, the risk management. Yeah, the 15-25 is great. It's just a great ratio. And like I said before, if one second. Is it this white? This one? Okay. This? What's that? Whatever I'm pulling. I don't know. I don't feel nothing. Right here. I know, but I don't feel anything that you're pulling. It's on the black one. Oh. It's going to mess everything up. I can't get to it. All right. 1 second. I'll be right back, y'all. All right. Sorry about that. My wife forgot her work computer charger plugged in to my power strip that's like tucked away. So I had to get out of here and in my little setup and unplug those. Yeah, Rob, I had a little bit of trouble with it this morning, my simplicity chart, where I refreshed it a couple times, it wouldn't line up, and I didn't want to keep sitting here refreshing and miss my trading session, so I just left it. Just have to ignore the dots. Chris. Yeah, dark zone news is out. Yeah, I mean, it would fix if I just refresh it. It always fixes. The problem is it takes, with the time it takes to refresh and everything, I don't want to miss my trading session. Right now, I was running, it already caused my stream to delay a little bit, so it's just the dots. Everything else is fine. All right, let's see. All right, so yeah. Oh man, Dan, so you had an order sitting out there? At least it didn't go the wrong way. All right, let's see where we want to go here. We're back to that mini magnet on the 30 tick. Right there. Ooh, yeah, that could have been pretty bad. Good thing. All right, it's trying to lay a Xbox and Paul on that where that mini magnet is. Let's watch that and see what happens. Simplicity's angling down, so see if we get a potential short underneath that mini magnet. All right, looks like we're going to be going short under here. 11,580. The low of the day is 11,580.50, so we're approaching that. So we'll see if we can break this bottom here. We're literally at the bottom. If you look on the 30-tick chart, look at that. So I'd be a little cautious to go short, like enter short here. I'd want it to run down first. So if I was trading simplicity, the regular simplicity entries, I'd be a little cautious to take the entry. I'd probably wait for the LRE only. Monday would be the last day to get there. The old day. Yeah, there you go, Richard. Yeah. That's where you're in one of those spots right now that can kill a lot of accounts. And I've done it before many times where you're like right there, you have not too much further to go. And then you have that monthly charge coming up. So you're like, I want to pass it. And sometimes makes you trade different or whatnot, or you rush it or take an extra trade, add a contract. Trust me, I've done all that. So that's great that you're going to have, just have that patience. And if you get it, you get it. If not, then you don't. Just don't change how you're trading. That's the most important thing. Don't change it. Yeah, very well could. I was looking at that earlier, but if this pulls down a little bit more, yep, there it goes. We are definitely in JFT territory, especially if this 50-tick bar closes down. There we go. If this 50-tick bar closes down at 570.25 or hits like this dev area, I mean, we already have clear divergence right now. So double clusters on the 30. That's why I'm a little bit leery of this short, unless if it keeps running a good amount. There we go. We are in JFT territory for sure right now. So if we get a mini magnet on this 30 tick, because we have clear divergence right here, big hill, little hill, lower low. That is in your face right there. Just need a mini magnet on this bar or at some point. Now, if this had ODD on it as well, that'd be really sweet on the 30 tick. Yeah, see, we're at the gap level here. One of the gap line levels. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, I've seen it work with the Paul too, but like you said, that's not the rules. So that 50 tick bar hasn't closed down at 570.25. I'd really want it to hit there. Oh, you know what? Let me refresh my magnets and stuff since we had that news. Fluxes and magnets, all that good stuff. There we go. Look at all those. Oh, you can't see them. There we go. All those dynamic magnets down there. Yeah, the yellow line. Hey, Karen, how are you? Just saw your name there. Yeah, that yellow line, that's the gap level. The yellow dot dashed. Yeah, and I'm not taking an LRE here because, I mean, we'd just be in the middle of all this deviation level, gap level, dynamic magnets. I don't like that. Let's see here. If you see that, LRE would be like right up here off the gap level, but then we got to come back down through all this junk. Cluster on the 30 tick now, right there on our current bar. So, might get that mini magnet. Look at that. Bar closed on the 50 tick. Clear. We may have a JFT here. I'm not going to take it because I don't take JFTs. I only take my LREs. But, look, mini magnet went away. Still might get one, though. Because it was threatening a setup. Glad to see you, Karen. Good morning, the beat trading. And look at this pop up here. Again, I'm not taking an LRE in all this mess. See, there'd be another, definitely be an LRE here, but I'm not taking it to go back down through all this. It has HD on the 10 tick. You can see the HD there, but I mean, that's just, it's struggling to come down, and there's a lot of crap to go through. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting on this one. I don't even care if this one works. Plus, I'm already up pretty nice on the day, so I'm just waiting for something really sweet. Yeah, that's a good thing, Jeff, to take them that way for sure. The main reason why I don't like changing things not changing things, but taking other types of setups, where I could go, way smaller and do simplicity, or like you said there, Jeff, do some micros for JFTs, things like that. But I use a trade journal that, I look at my stats so much, like every single day. And if I take, most of my trades in minis and then I take a specific trade with micros, it throws off my stats. Like all the reports and stuff I look at. All right, let's see what we want to do here. We're getting a little bit of chop on the 50 tick. Let's see if we turn this into a 3 or 4 bar chop. I would actually like that, because if we can get a 3 or 4 bar chop on the 50 tick chart, then we know we look for a breakout. So oops. That Lorex was nice. Vegas, if you look at it, it made a ZOI crash. And I mean, coming off a ZOI crash like that, where it created one with a Lorex, pretty sweet. I think Lori would agree on that. I know she loves those ZOI crashes, like when the bar creates a crash itself. So that's really sweet. Rob, my trade was at, let's see, there's no potential setup happening here. So let me scroll back. If you can ignore my messy dots, it was an LRE back here, right here on the 821 bar. Pulled back. I actually didn't even get a good fill on this thing, but it pulled back to where this mini magnet was that I was looking at, and I had a target of this crash up here. It just didn't quite make it up to the crash, so I tightened up here. I made about close to 30 ticks. It was like 28 to 30 ticks, something like that. Yeah, it drives me crazy. I already have a little bit of OCD. I don't like things. I like things how I like them. And it drives me crazy whenever the dots don't line up. And I just didn't have the time to keep refreshing. Like that just drives me insane. All right, I think the low, yeah, our new low is 11,568, which was right here. Right there where it tried to bust through this bottom of these dynamic magnets. We're on the fourth bar of chop on the 50 tick. So like I said, preferably after 4 bars, but even after 3, if we get one that closes either up or down, could be the breakout. We did get a reset on simplicity. We got a reset right there. Now, it looked like it was trying to give us a potential setup bar short, but that just kind of went away. But it might be doing it. Again, that would put us at the bottom. Okay, hold on a second. My chart is not matching the room chart anymore. My simplicity chart is definitely not matching the room chart. Does y'all's simplicity chart look like mine or the room chart? Because mine is not matching the room chart. Because now I have a short just about happening, but the room chart, yeah, I think my data is off on my simplicity chart. Yep. Okay. I'm going to have to refresh then. That sucks. Yeah. Okay. Refresh it is. I hate doing that. Dang it. All right. Well, I'll be right back, y'all. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Hey, Jimmy, I just saw your question there. For the 50 tick, I use the template that says John's favorite. It's either John's favorite trade or John's favorite continuum. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I use. I don't think I made any changes at all to it. I may have. I don't know if the template has the deviation levels on it or not. If it doesn't, then I did add deviation levels because that's all I have on my 50 tick is the deviation levels. So, yeah, I love using. There's a. Let me find the video real quick. There's a video he did on it on the 50 tick. There you go. That video right there, he did a webinar on the 50-tick continuum chart. And John goes over how he looks for those breakouts and stuff in the 50-tick continuum chart. Yeah, the Thrive only one, that's where he goes over the JFT with it. But this one was one that he just did a regular webinar on. Well, so this is why I tried to avoid refreshing earlier. At least I got that one trade in case if I end up not being able to trade again. See, I got to refresh again real fast. It's not going to do it. So sometimes when I refresh and it comes back on and I refresh again real quick, it'll throw the lines up back on real fast and be correct. But see, it's just having trouble today because it didn't work today. Normally that'll work. Check the room chart, see if we're matching. My bars are matching, it looks like. So we'll see if it throws the lines up there correctly. All right, so I'm going to just yeah, I'll be right back. I'm not going to sit here and wait. So that way y'all don't have to stare at me. All right, I'll be right back. I'm back. Not leaving, Chris. I'm not leaving. It is back and working. Loaded fine this time, but man. All right. But it looks like we're pretty ugly here. Pretty choppy. 30 tick chart. Not looking the greatest. 50 tick. That was a nice Lorex up here. Had double clusters. ODD of 75% came down. Although, I mean, if you look to the left, there was a bunch of jumbled up clusters over here. Yeah, I was looking at that too. I mean, it's still clearly divergent, but we had a little bit of chop up at that deviation level. There's the double clusters on the 30 tick to the left right here at that deviation. So yeah, it's not the nicest looking potential JFT. Might be getting a Lorex long here. A little bit messy, choppy. I just kind of want to get away from this area here. If you look at my simplicity chart too, we have, I mean, a red eye zone and a green eye zone almost stacked on top of each other. That's ugly. I want to break away from here. Although it's 9:08, so we'll see if we get away from this area at all. Let me go ahead and refresh my magnets, dynamic magnets. Yeah, Dr. iZone sandwich. Not getting much indication anywhere on a direction at the moment of any type of this Lorex laid a paw right on top of that wall. That's nice. Anytime you have an OP lay on top of a wall, that's a nice thing for sure. But I mean, yeah, the 30 tick's not telling me too much. The 50 tick's not really telling me too much right now. So just kind of wait and see. We do have a simplicity long going though. So we'll see if that holds up. It's just, going right into that deviation and those triple magnets here. So this would not be a simplicity long that I'd want to really take right this second. I mean, that was the bottom. The low of the market is 11,551.75. So that we are just coming off the low of the day so far. So, And we are potentially laying a mini magnet on this deviation on the 30 tick chart. If this closes down at 11,558, and that'll either, I think if it closes down, it'll either make us continue a chop or push us back down towards this bottom, but I wouldn't quite expect it to keep running short just yet, because that would be the second test of that area, and it left that pawl right here on the 30 tick, meaning that there's some major weakness down here at that level. So we'll see if that ends up closing down or if this does anything before the open. Yeah, I'm not forcing anything. And Thanksgiving is next week already. Jeez. So I'm not going to be, for sure, the 24th and 25th, I won't be on. The first 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll probably get on. And those days, I'm usually taking extreme caution, and I'm checking the liquidity and volume in the market. And if I get in and it's low, I'll probably hop off real quick those days if there's not much happening and volume and liquidity is low. So it has to close down to 11,558 for that 30 tick bar to close down. Still has that mini magnet. We have a lot of DR divergence here on the bottom. So that's another reason why I think if this does close down, it'll probably come test this lower area, and I'm not expecting too much else if this closed down. Big if. Yeah, Ron. So I'll look at my market analyzer to check the volume, and then the liquidity. Yes, I'll look at an OP chart. I'll check. I don't have one on my workspace because I like to keep the least amount of things open that I need to keep my resources good. So yeah, I'll just check the room chart and see what they look like. It really doesn't take too many resources to have an OP chart, but I do need one more monitor. I have 5 monitors. If I get which I probably will, Black Friday, I'll see if there's any good deals on monitors. I'll probably pick up another monitor, and then I'll have room to put all those little extras, like an OP chart and other things. The market analyzer, you could just open it right from your Ninja Trader. Just let's see. Go to the new tab right here. New, and right there, market analyzer. Open that thing up. And then it'll look like this. Well, not exactly like this. I add my instruments. I add these, I put these columns here. The bid ask spread. So I see that. The daily high, daily low, daily volume, and then days till rollover. That's how I keep mine. And this is where I look at the volume. Ah, nice, Jeff. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I think there's one over by close to where my office is, where I go in to work. I'll have to check. I'll have to check that. Good morning, Flo. You're catching the stream right towards the end. I typically hop off here when it gets pretty close to the open. I start usually around 8:10. Today was about 8:15, but I trade up until around 10 minutes or so before the open. But not much going on right now at this second. Got a little slow and choppy on us. I think it might be waiting for the open now. Oh, let's see here. You know what? I think somebody from the Fed talking right now too. I know they're supposed to be talking a little bit after the open. Let's see. Nice, doctor. Oh man, the Fed was talking earlier, right at about 8 a.m. Bullard. So let's see if he's still talking. Man, he was pretty much talking all morning. It depends on when you're trading, Ron. For me, pre-market, when I'm trading, I normally see. So if it's under 100,000, that's pretty low on volume for me, pre-market. But then usually, like right now, it's at 145,000, and there's a lot of times I see it anywhere from like 120 to 180. But low volume would be definitely under 100 for me in the morning pre-market. And then as far as the the liquidity is in the chart, if I'm seeing a bunch of single digits and zeros. Yeah, after the open, I've seen sometimes it shoot up like 400,000 for volume on NQ, and the other one's even more. So yeah, Flo. Yeah, when I first started, that's what I followed until I came up with kind of my own little money management plan that worked for me. It's very similar though. It's just I'm a little bit more conservative. And so I only like to take a net two net two losers on the day, and I stop. So I do have a couple money management videos too on my channel if you want to see how I do it. But I only take LRE, the low risk simplicity trades. That's the only trades I take. Yeah, this thing's just sideways. Nothing's looking great. 30 tick. I mean, it's not even moving much either. 50 tick going into a little bit of a chop, but it's a staggered chop. It's not the chop I like. Simplicity is just 9:20 now. So yeah, that's the end of my trading day. I'm done. I had a nice trade. That one trade was a really nice one. Got about 30 ticks on it. So I'll take that for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and call it a day. For those of you that are still going to be trading, trade well, have patience, discipline, watch the news. And thanks for joining me on my stream and my trading journey. Hope something helps everybody that I'm doing. But yeah, y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.